and they're off. Oddsmaker races freely out the back. Shumter's Lad is the leader from Salt Lake, just clear of stamp duty from Shultavathat and then Tuck and Tango. Shumter's Lad takes over from Salt Lake. Miss Saffron is racing mid-division about 3 lengths off the pace. Salt Lake goes into the lead once more. Onyx Picasso makes a few places from over 3 lengths off the pace. Shumter's Lad goes into the lead once more. Turning left-handed. Shumter's Lad is in front from Salt Lake, a gap back to Miss Saffron, back to Onyx Picasso, back to Poetic Power ahead of Shultavathat. Oratorio races wide. Approaching the next. Stone last and is around 10 lengths off the lead. Coming to the next. Salt Lake is the leader from Shumter's Lad, clear of stamp duty from Miss Saffron. Next is Tuck and Tango, next is Poetic Power from Onyx Picasso, next is Shultavathat, next is Mujahid. Shumter's Lad goes into the lead once more. Shumter's Lad is in front from Salt Lake, clear of Miss Saffron, next is Stamp Duty, and then Shultavathat ahead of Onyx Picasso, ahead of Poetic Power from Tuck and Tango, next is Mujahid. Salt Lake takes over from Shumter's Lad. Going left-handed. Salt Lake leads the way by a length. Ash Dame hit that. Racing left-handed. Coming to the next. Salt Lake is in front from Shumter's Lad, 3 lengths back to Tuck and Tango. Next is Onyx Picasso from Poetic Power, back to Stamp Duty, ahead of Miss Saffron, ahead of Shultavathat, ahead of Mujahid, back to William Van Gogh. Shumter's Lad takes up the running from Salt Lake. Shultavathat is racing wide of the pack. Shumter's Lad is in front from Salt Lake, a gap back to Tuck and Tango, ahead of Poetic Power. Next is Onyx Picasso from Stamp Duty, back to Shultavathat. Rooster Booster is last and is over 10 lengths off the lead. Shumter's Lad takes it up from .SALT Lake. Shumter's Lad is in front from Salt Lake, 2 lengths clear of Tuck and Tango, and then Shultavathat. Next is Stamp Duty from Poetic Power, back to Onyx Picasso from Miss Saffron. Salt Lake takes it up again from Shumter's Lad. J. Sherwood has been unseated by Hiddage. Salt Lake leads from Shumter's Lad. Next is Tuck and Tango, back to Poetic Power. Next is Onyx Picasso, back to Stamp Duty. Shumter's Lad goes into the lead once more. Shumter's Lad is the leader from Salt Lake, from Tuck and Tango, ahead of Onyx Picasso. Salt Lake is driven to lead again. Stamp Duty is in the mid-division. Ash Dame is pushed along out the back. Salt Lake is in front. Shumter's Lad goes into the lead once more. Salt Lake takes it up again from Shumter's Lad. Going left-handed. Salt Lake is in front from Shumter's Lad, ahead of Onyx Picasso. Next is Poetic Power from Tuck and Tango, ahead of Miss Saffron. Next is Shultavathat, back to Mujahid. Ash Dame improves easily from the rear. Racing left-handed. Salt Lake is in front from Shumter's Lad, and then Onyx Picasso, a gap to Poetic Power, ahead of Miss Saffron, and then Tuck and Tango, ahead of Shultavathat, back to Mujahid. Rooster Booster is out wide. Running to the next obstacle. Going left-handed. Salt Lake goes well. Onyx Picasso goes into the lead. The favourite is losing ground and is 9 lengths off the pace. Rooster Booster races widest of all. Onyx Picasso now leads. Turning left-handed. Onyx Picasso is in front from Salt Lake, just clear of Shumter's Lad, just clear of Miss Saffron, ahead of Poetic Power, and then Shultavathat, back to Copper Bay. Next is Rooster Booster. Bohemian Jazz is in the rear division. Toleration is in the mid-division, about 9 lengths off the pace. Onyx Picasso looks to be going well. Bohemian Jazz is last and driven along, and is over 10 lengths off the pace. Salt Lake goes into the lead. Salt Lake is 2 lengths ahead of Onyx Picasso. Next is Schumter's Lad, a gap back to Rooster Booster, and then Miss Saffron. Next is Poetic Power. Odds Maker is improving nicely from the rear. Master Darcy brings up the rear and is over 10 lengths off the lead. Oratorio is out wide. Approaching the next. Ash Dame is improving. Salt Lake is the leader from Onyx Picasso back to Rooster Booster. Next is Schumter's Lad back to Poetic Power. Next is Miss Saffron. Next is Shoulder Thatch from Tuck and Tango, and then Elmark Bell back to Copper Bay back to Stamp Duty. Rooster Booster is driven to lead. Turning left-handed. Border River races widest of all. Rooster Booster leads by 2. Copper Bay is back in the chasing pack, about 9 lengths off the pace. Turning left-handed. Rooster Booster is 2 lengths ahead of Salt Lake from Poetic Power, from Schumter's Lad ahead of Tuck and Tango from Onyx Picasso, and then Miss Saffron. Inside the final mile. Rooster Booster is the leader from Salt Lake, just clear of Poetic Power ahead of Schumter's Lad, and then Miss Saffron ahead of Shoulder Thatch from Stamp Duty. Shoulder Thatch looks to be going well. Rooster Booster is 2 lengths in front of Salt Lake from Poetic Power, and then Shoulder Thatch, and then Miss Saffron ahead of Schumter's Lad. Schumter's Lad is pushed along mid-division, about 5 lengths off the pace. Rooster Booster is the leader from Poetic Power ahead of Miss Saffron. Shoulder Thatch is improving. Poetic Power looks to be going well. Border River is tailed off. Master Darcy makes a few places. Border River struggles in the rear and is over 20 lengths off the pace. Less than 4 furlongs to go. Racing left-handed. Rooster Booster leads by 2. Rooster Booster is the leader from Tuck and Tango. Next is Shoulder Thatch ahead of Stamp Duty, and then Poetic Power. Inside the final 3 furlongs. Elmark Bill is staying on late. Rooster Booster is 2 lengths in front of Tuck and Tango. Master Darcy is out wide. Less than 2 furlongs to go. Rooster Booster is ridden in the lead by 2. Rooster Booster is a length up on Shoulder Thatch. Here comes Tuck and Tango. Shoulder Thatch finishes fast. Inside the final furlong. Rooster Booster is pushed along in the lead by a length. Rooster Booster is 2 lengths in front of Shoulder Thatch. Rooster Booster has 2 in hand of Shoulder Thatch. Rooster Booster is the winner.